But sweet baby Jesus, do I have to make a video on Ghislaine Maxwell trial and have a comment like Lady Colin Campbell?
Hi, sorry to startle you. Could you just bear with me for a couple seconds? I'm just doing a purifying charcoal bubble mask, and then I'll be right with you to talk about other purifying issues. Okay?
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm just doing a skincare routine, self-care on the weekend, but I had to jump on here. I have a rant for you today. Now, Lady Colin Campbell was my mom's childhood friend. They were friends because their parents had businesses next to each other and they used to hang out together and have fun together. At the time, Lady Colin Campbell was using her dead name, which I will define for you here, because she was, as she explained, misgendered by her parents. So she was Georgie at the time and had the appearance of a boy. But my mom loved her. We love her. We love her. She's an incredible person. Imagine at her age, even my age, being able to transition into this platform of YouTube so seamlessly as she has and to collect such a large following. It's really admirable, and respect her as an author, respect her as a personality and as a public figure, I think we can call her at this point, for real, but also as a big social media influencer. Having said that, I get a lot of comments saying, well, look at Lady Colin Campbell. She said this, she said that. And I have this one here. Lady Campbell will tell you innocent to proved guilty. The lawyer was telling the truth. And I think the lawyer she's referring to in this comment is Alan Dershowitz. Comment continues, she wasn't underage. It's 16 in England, 17 in New York, and 18 on the island she was paid. So this is what I struggle with, is that I appreciate that Lady Colin Campbell has given half a century of her life to reporting on the royal family and, writing books on them, talking about how the Earl of the last Emperor of the Duchess of Chernobyl, who is also related to the Tsar, and I'm related to that Tsar in Russia. And I'm here to tell you that it wasn't so. That's not what I did. I came on this platform because I'm a mixed race girl that married an English family living in the UK. Okay, Jersey is an island, the Channel Islands. That's where I am. And I came from Barbados and I like royal weddings. So I wanted to know what happened with this royal wedding. I wanted to know why they moved to America. And I came to do a review because I was doing a lot of commentary reviews at the time. So I wanted to do a review on the Oprah with Meghan and Harry interview. What happened after that is this veiled threat of racism and not specific, diluting the cause of people like me who have genuinely experienced racism, to the extent that you're treated subhumanoid. Like a subhuman, like not a real human. That's what I thought about Meghan. She didn't genuinely have the experience. That's why I went viral, because I look the way I look and I am the way I am and my experiences. And that's what I talk about. I salute and appreciate all those who have dedicated 10 years on this platform or 8 years, or they're all different types of people who, by the way, have stolen a lot of my content because it was a fresh take. It's a fresh take. So a lot of these people who don't look like me and don't come from where I come from have used my narrative, my actual script, and reproduced it and regurgitated it, and even made videos starting channels just based on my viral video. So that's very good. That's flattering. That's how this YouTube thing works. The only person actually who has not stolen my material and has actually just promoted it and said, have a look at this girl giving me my intellectual property, showed that this is coming from me, is Yankee Wally. And I like Yankee Wally. I have never seen her face. She doesn't do videos with her face in it, but I love her. I know she's from Wales, from her accent. I love her, and I love her even more because she actually gave me credit for my Priyanka Priyanka Chopra video with Meghan Markle. So I get the good and the bad and everything, but every time in my comments I have to get about this is go and look at Lady Colin Campbell. Lady Colin Campbell knows it all. But sweet baby Jesus, do I have to make a video on Ghislaine Maxwell trial and have a comment like Lady Colin Campbell will tell you innocent to prove guilty? First of all, it's innocent until proven guilty. That's fine. Typos happen. But that is a highly entrenched right in the Constitution of the United States in criminal law. She is not Pythagoras. She is not Socrates. She is not, at the end of the day, she is an author. She is not a lawyer. I went to law school. That doesn't mean I'm smart. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was the dumbest person that ever went to law school. But I could read a case as a result, and I can make my own opinions on that case as a result. And I appreciate my valued subscribers. All of you are. But I love the ones that get me and actually got my tongue-in-cheek analysis of Virginia Jeffrey. These names, honestly. See, I'm so dumb. I can't even talk the names. Yeah. Those people who got that tongue-in-cheek and the reference to Alan Dershowitz, I didn't have to bring him into the mix. I didn't have to. But I thought it was important because he's probably onto something. The point is that she was underage. There were many girls who were underage. There were over 100 girls. And some of them as young as 14. GMAX, let's call her GMAX for us dum-dums that can't say all that. It's not Ghislaine, it's Galoon, it's Goonie Looney Tunes, whatever her name is, okay? GMAX is what we're going to call her from now on because I like that. I saw that in a comment. I read my comments. I read all my comments. So GMAX has been found guilty. I know there's a twist. I know about the 2 jurors, and I'm going to talk about that in another video, the next video I'm going to do. But at this point, we know that GMAX has been convicted, and she faces at least 2 sets of 40 years in prison. We don't need to go on beyond that. It's a lot of time in prison, right? Because Virginia was underage. And you can say that she was a hussy and she was a hustler and she was a pimp and she was whatever you want to call her. She was underage. And what that means is at the statutory level, she cannot be held accountable. She was on the streets. She was a 7-year-old when she was first assaulted. She went from foster home to foster home. Why do you think they moved her from foster home to foster home? I mean, probably things weren't that great in those homes. And the protection agencies tried to make it right. When she came out of that, she was what she was at that point, but she was still underage. And this is what I don't think Lady Colin Campbell is appreciating. She in fact is not on trial. So it doesn't matter what you think of her. She was underage and she had these assaults against her person. And that's what we're dealing with, the people who assaulted her. And even if she was trafficked and did commit murder upon her trafficker, she could still get off. Did you know that? Cytonia Brown released from prison. Big case. A person who had suffered multiple abuse over and over again. And she was released. And her life is much better now. She's married. She's in the church. But what I was trying to say is that she could have conspired. She could have been party to. It's all you know. I know how to raise a 6-year-old. So I might want to talk to somebody about raising 6-year-olds. In fact, that's all I really talk about with my friends, basically. But that's my experience. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So when she meets somebody who is interested in that line of work, she's going to talk about those things. And that's what I was trying to allude to in terms of the conversation about the massage and whatever. Massage was a very big part. There were two main pulls, 2 main buffers that they used to interest people. Massage and, Ghislaine, a woman. And maybe even Virginia, a girl. These were the bridges between an innocent young girl and a dirty old man. How do you get those 2 to come together? You got to have some bridges there. I get that. But what I'm saying is that I don't need all the time to be reading what Lady Colin Campbell said. She's not the gospel of Jesus Christ. She cannot obviously know about every single subject. And I know her, I see, in fact, how she speaks sometimes reminds me of my mom. Because she is from Jamaica. And they have a certain syntax in the way they speak that reminds me very much of my mom. But she is powerful as a YouTuber and as an influencer because she takes long pauses. You know, because I personally very good friends with. I just want you to know because I know that kind of thing. But we're talking about the law. This is not a matter of opinion and who you said you heard when you happened to have been a +1 at the palace because you were married to this gentleman who had you in these circles and you happened to hear with your ear. This is a trial. This is evidence, you know? And it's been ongoing for a long time and there are different parts of it that are completely insane. Did she run out of money because she got 500,000 to not sue people? Maybe. But let's deal with the facts. So these unsealed documents that they think are protecting them, the Prince Andrews of the world and the, Dershowitzes of the world and everybody like that who feel they are protected. These unsealed documents do include footage and they do be including pictures. And now it's out there. It's going to be out there. So this is what we're talking about. But anyway, that's my rant. I hope it's not too much for you guys. Like, I hope you guys understand that I'm really just. Oh, right. Oh, this is an interesting comment. I'm almost 40. I remember in high school, I knew fellow students within a year or two in age of myself who had fake IDs. They bragged about stealing married men, bragged about gifts from military personnel. If anyone found out they were a minor, they were cut off by these men because they were victims of these sharks who were maybe 14 to 17. Knowing girls like that and remaining skeptical when I hear about stories, especially involving rich, famous, and powerful people, has made me unpopular. I would have been unpopular too, girl. I agree with you 100%. I would not have agreed with that behavior at all. I don't know, even rapper Cardi B, Cardi B, she was a former pole dancer, and she talked about getting men drunk and robbing them of their wallets. I thought she was going to get cancelled. No. Everyone was like, but she for the streets though. But that's why she's smart, because she's a street girl. That's why she got where she got. I was like, are you serious? I don't even like to see on TV when I see her because all I think about is her doing that. No matter how successful she is, all I think about is that's what she did. So I definitely agree with that. I just was stating the facts of the case. Look at what happened in Barbados. I was in Barbados when this happened. This wealthy couple stayed in this luxury hotel. They were supposed to quarantine. Barbados had 0 cases of COVID at the time. And they hired a lady of the night to come to their hotel, which is not allowed because they're quarantining until they have their negative result, right? But of course, this lady comes and scales the wall of the hotel and sneaks in. I was like, oh my God, that's so awful. She could have shut down the entire Barbados economy, all the businesses, all the schools, just by going to make money that night. And I was very unpopular. People were like, oh, but poor lady, now she has to get deported back to her country. She's not a Barbadian national as well. She has to get deported back to her country just because she was trying to service these demanding tourists that wanted a threesome. Oh, poor lady. I was like, are you guys serious? She could have ruined our country. She literally said, come hell or high wall, okay, I'm going out there and breaking quarantine or permitting these tourists to break quarantine. Thereby possibly spreading the coronavirus, right? In a country that's controlling everything to keep the tourism industry going. So, I don't know what is wrong with people. I really don't. But anyway, I just wanted to say in this video, thank you for listening to my rant. I do have to get these things off my chest, and now I'm fine. And if anyone wants to come into the comments of this video, please do, and talk about what Lady Colin Campbell thinks about this video. And also just, yeah, please give a thumbs up, give a like if you liked it. Thank you for listening to me and letting me get this off my chest. Honestly, it just gets overwhelming sometimes when it's like every comment is a reference to somebody else. You know, Lady Colin Campbell is in Goring Castle. She has 2 grown children that are not living with her. You know, I'm in a 2x4 little studio, raising my son, cooking for my family, you know, doing laundry. I'm doing a lot. And I love making videos. I'm trying to get discussions going, so I'm trying to be fair and, you know, letting us talk about it in a measured way. So it's just like, you know, it's just like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to like go crazy about this whole like comment thing. But it is good to go through the comments sometimes and just let you know what I think. Thank you so much for watching me. I love you so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And please stay tuned for my next video on Meghan Markle that I am about to shoot right now. Bye. Love you. Bye. Thumbs up, okay? Bye.